Mhm. Let's see if we are live. Mm, yes. Hmm? Okay, we finally managed to do it. Welcome, people, to the Facebook Live. I could only do it in Periscope and maybe LinkedIn. Who knows? Anyway, I've been trying to do this with a page, but for some reason it's not working. So I'm doing it using my personal profile. Let me just share the link to the Funky Marketing group and Funky Marketing Facebook page, and we can start. Today we're going to talk about personal branding. Is the topic that is familiar to me, topics that I love, and personal branding is something that gave me so much. It basically gave me all of my clients, all of my previous jobs, and everything else. Hmm, okay, still need to do this. Anyway, okay, let's start. I didn't share anything, but it doesn't matter. What is personal branding actually? This is the question that I usually like to ask when I start this lecture offline. I like to ask people to give me their perspective of personal branding, and some of them really get it. Some of them actually don't get it at all. So this lecture is about that. Also, I've been talking um, with a few companies that are considering like major companies here in Balkans and US and Europe, and I was approached by them because they wanted to invest in their LinkedIn strategy. And when I told them that one of the key components of on investing in LinkedIn strategy is working on uh, optimizing their employees profile and working on creating personal brand of their employees, so it can overall in fact their companies brand. If their employees create great personal brand, they will be more visible, and people will just receive more offers from other companies and leave the current company and go work for those people. And it's something that so many companies are afraid of because very few companies have a great culture established, and people leave because of you not having a culture and not because of they're receiving another better offer from somebody else. So this is something that you need to consider when you're why people leave your company. I mean, and people are leaving so many companies these days that you need to work on creating your culture. Anyway, today we are talking about personal branding, and personal branding. My definition of it is it makes you the CEO of the brand called you. So it seems like you're running the company, but you're running yourself. You are the one who is deciding how others are going to perceive you. You are the ones who are deciding for what thing you're going to position yourself. You are the ones who is deciding um, what if of you people are going to make. And today we're going to talk about so many different things. we're going to start talking about personality. I mean, when I talk about personal branding, I like to start with personality because personality is something that's in the core of each and every one of us. And our personality is affected by many things, by our logo, by our tagline, so our story, our website, the content we post, our reputation, our recognition. So many different things. And if we don't care about at least one or two of those things, it might turn in the different direction than the one that we wanted it to go. And we all have, upon a certain amount, established personal brand. We all have profiles on social media. We are all sending emails. Majority of us have the website. We are creating some kind of content. We are interacting with people online and offline. So we already have some kind of online presence. And if we just take a little steps and make a little adjustment, those little steps can make a big difference. And they're the most important things when you're starting to work on your personal brand. Personal brand is the sum of all experience people have when they engage with you. The sum of all experience people have when they engage with you. So you are engaging with people in different places, in different locations, anywhere, online and offline. And personal brand is the sum of all experience people have when they engage with you. Don't ever forget that. You engage with people in your email. Are you writing conversational emails, more formal ones? Are you having HTML, or you are just using like only text in your email? Do you maybe send videos in your email? Um, what kind of email signature do you have? On social media, who are you on social media? Where are you present on social media? It's very different if you're on Instagram or LinkedIn or on Facebook. You are presenting yourself in a different way because people who are on Instagram um, wants to be approached and communicated in a different way than those who are on LinkedIn. Search results. Have you ever Google yourself? What are the results? I mean, it can be truly revealing to just Google yourself and see what's out there. How do you communicate? Uh, what what's your appearance like? Are you self-confident? Are you somebody who is afraid of going to speak in public? All different kind of things. Is your voice a strong voice, like a radio voice, or is your voice like tiny little voice? It's all Those are all the things that are changing perspectives. Do you have a recommendation? Who gave you the recommendation? Who is giving opinions about you and why? Who are your referrals? What's your style of communication, of the wardrobe you wear, of your sunglasses, everything? What kind of web presence do you have? And I want to tell you one thing. I will repeat things. Uh, this list like this one, you will see it from time to time in the presentation because you need to remember those things. So on the other side, branding is defined as what sets apart and gives value to products and services that address the same need within a marketplace. So what sets apart and gives value to the products and services that address the same need within the market. So you are not the only one in the market, but you are giving value and setting apart from others with your branding. Personal branding is going to mean different things to different people, and we all need to know that. It's going to mean different things to you if you are just starting to work in a company, if you are a superstar of the company, or if you are the CEO of the company. it's going to mean wholly different things. It's going to mean different things from somebody who is working in construction industry compared to somebody uh, who's in Hollywood, let's say, a celebrity. Totally different things, and we need to approach it in different way. Personal management will vary based on your goals, based on your positioning, and based on your industry. All different things, like celebrity versus engineer. I mean, just by looking at uh, those two professions, if celebrity is a profession or an engineer, we can see that those are totally different things. As a celebrity, you're going to do totally different things based on the engineer. As a celebrity, you want to build awareness. You want people to know about you so they can hire you and whatever. And building a reputation as an engineer is something totally different because you're building a reputation with knowledge, with the problems that you solved. So if your reputation grows, then you get the job. Totally different than the awareness when it comes to celebrities. And personal branding is not about self promotion. I mean, so many people are just mixing self promotion with personal branding, and it's something different. Self promotion is when you over promote yourself when you have nothing to promote. I mean, we are giving children awards if they are ninth or 10th place in the race right now. And it creates totally uh, mix of different kind of expectations from people. So if you won the award, it's not like you're promoting yourself. It's and you have were the ninth place. It's not the same as you are promoting yourself as you are the first in the race. I think if you are the first, people will talk about you. Don't need to promote yourself that much, right? And if you're ninth place, hey, I was also the part of the race. Who cares? So those are all differences. Personal branding is when you establish yourself as a person um, who can give knowledge, who can give value, who can help others, and this is totally different thing than self promotion. You need to define who you are, what you do, and whom do you serve. Let's start. Who you are as a person. What do you do? What's your profession? Or maybe what do you want to do? What you want your profession to be? Or whom do you serve? I mean, are you somebody who is um, public speaker, or do you want to work in a certain company? Do you want to work in certain department of the company? All different things, and not just variation to the topic of personal branding. You need to define what do you want to do with your personal branding. Do you want to elevate your expertise? Do you want to build your credibility, or do you want to advance in your career? If you want to elevate your expertise, you will do different things that if you want to advance in your career or if you want to build your credibility. Personal branding is a lifelong asset and something that's with you forever. I mean, you can change jobs, you can change companies, you can change industries, niches, you can do all kind of different things, but personal branding is always there. I started as a young basketball player. Then I got involved in the Faculty of Economics. From that, I changed into activism, organizing huge summer camps on the mountains. Then it got me back to the marketing when I became like the rookie in the agency. Then I became the first GM of the agency. Then I moved to another role to work as operations manager, and now of director of operations, and now I have my own company, my own agency. So I work in so many different roles, and you need to uh, to know that personal branding will follow you wherever you are. it gave me so many things. I mean, the first client that I work with from Serbia is Ringer Axel Springer. Why? Because a girl recommended me. Ringier had a girl who she was doing SEO and SEM for them, and she moved to Germany to work, I think, in search metrics. And they asked her who can we contact to hire to continue the job that you have done for nekretnine.rs and Moja Auto websites. And she said, you should contact Nemanja. I didn't know the girl. I just know her from the internet. She was following the way I work, my results and everything. And when the time comes, she recommended me. So Olga, who was at the time working at Ringier, sent me a message. I'm Olga, director of the new business of Ringier. And I have somebody has recommended you, and they told me that you don't work with companies from Serbia, but I mean, I hope that you would work with Ringier Axel Springer. I said yes, of course, and I worked with them for 2 months maybe, and I left them in the agency that I worked for at the time, and I moved on. But it's a personal branding. It's how I got every single job in my life, and it's how I got, well, 90% of the clients. What kind of experience you want people to have when your name comes up? How often do you Google yourself? I mean, I do this quite often, and results are changing, trust me. So if you Google yourself 3 months ago and now, you will have different results. And what kind of makes the experience of people who are searching for me is when they type my username, it's Dilimanas. It's also my nickname, and Dilimanci is a family in my hometown in Epirot. They found a picture of my father also in the article talking about him, and his nickname was also the same. So, and that picture is from the article, the only article about him that's online, and it's the article that saying that the basketball player and a coach and many other things um, has died out of cancer. So when people look for my name, search for my username that I use, my nickname, they found the news that my father has passed. It happened in 2015. It's strange feeling you get when you come up with those things. So you need to check what comes out when people Google you and make sure that you are satisfied with the results that are there. Main components of a personal brand are authority, online identity, and personal style, and we're going to talk a little bit about each one of them. When you're developing authority, you're doing it through working more on your personal brand and influencing people. By doing that, you create the credibility, which is so much important for authority. And authority, the word itself has another word inside it, authority and the author. So if you want to become, to build an authority, you need to become an author. You need to create content. That's very, very important. Just a second, I want